Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video of Masterbricks. Today I have an update video of my LEGO scenes as promised. As you can see, the right side is now done. But instead of the football pitch and basketball pitch, I have a cafe over there and a place for renting roller skates and hockey equipment over there. And then just behind that, over there, I have a ski simulator. After I show the right side, I'll go over some small details that I added and some minifigures that I moved around. But before I start, let me remind anyone who hasn't checked out this Formula 1 car on LEGO Ideas to go do so. The link will be in the description along with my video on it if you want to check it out in more detail. Alright, so now, first I will start with the hockey pitch. This is the hockey pitch. Now, it looks relatively plain, but that's because it's on such a small scale, I couldn't add all the different lines and the circles and the box for the goalies, and I don't have the parts, but so I just added the center line and the goals. They're pretty simple builds, and right next to them there are some lights on both sides. Then here I have set up this minifigure who's holding a hockey stick, and there's a puck right in front of him. He's also wearing ice skates, obviously. He is about to shoot at the target in the bottom right of the goal. And this is a photo shoot for some ads, probably. And so there's 3 cameras. There's one on the left, one on the right, and one aerial camera in the center. And they are all taking different angles of him. And these cameras here can move side to side. If in games they would film like goals and things that are happening on this side and on this side. And then this aerial camera would go in closer and it would get like a bird's eye view of the whole match. And this aerial camera, it has 3 articulation points on the up and down axis. So here there's one, then there's the second one, and then this one here is with clips. And then for the camera, it also uses the droid arms to get up and down movements. And then the whole thing, the whole arm, swivels, and then the camera can swivel by itself, left and right. Then at the end of the arm, there are these floodlights, which would be used to give more light to the camera and to light up the stadium in matches, and that can move up and down. There's 2 lights on each, and it can move independently from the whole arm. So the arm can be on one side and the lights can be facing the other. Then, just behind that, on this elevated platform, there is a woman who is currently controlling the arm. So there's a white antenna over there, and here there is the computer screen and a keyboard where she would be getting a live view of what the camera is seeing. And then from this side you can see that there is a controller down there with a joystick and a lever probably to start and stop recording. Then I forgot to show this, there's a couple more lights for the stadium. And then to get all on and off the pitch, there is this gate over here. So that just opens outwards from the pitch, and that has 2 more lights on it. Then moving to the other side where this cafe is, so to the right is a kitchen and on the left is the seating areas. Let's start with the seating. So there is seating for 7 minifigures. They can sit down, but then more minifigures can stand up if it's a game. So here there is the camera. There's a little opening through this glass. Then here, closest to the camera, there's a waiter who currently gave this man an omelet. And this man is tipping the waiter with a 5, like, I don't know, what's the Lego currency, 5, like, dollars, let's say $5, and it's kind of hard to show you that. There, you can see it a bit. Then, here there is a single seat, and this man is currently eating a pizza, and he's drinking something. Then here there's more seating, and then here's a dad with his daughter, and he's currently paying for that drink, which looks to be very expensive. $100 for a drink. Wow. Then, behind the cashier lady, there are various shelves. There are 3 shelves, and on one of them there are 4 cups, so those are spares. Then here there is a coffee maker. Here there are 4 stoves, and across that there is an oven with an oven timer, and this is one of those cabinets that can open. And right next to the timer there is a hot dog bun. And then here there's a very large sink. The little like lever piece on the right is one of those like shower kind of taps that you can pull out, and the one on the left is just a regular one, and the chef is currently washing a pan. Then to the right there's a box full of, looks like there's some meat, there's an apple, and there's some hot dogs in there. And there's a lantern right above it. Then moving to the rental area, I'm gonna close this gate. And I forgot to point out there's a door here to get out of the kitchen. There's a bin right outside. So the rental place has lots of shelves behind the person who works here. So if I just move him out the way, there's a small little counter, and on the counter there is that black 1x1 plate, round plate, and that is another hockey puck, and in the corner there's another hockey stick, and this blue piece can fold up. That's so that the person that works there, he can get in and out. And on the shelves in the back there are 3 sets of roller skates. So there's a red, a black, and a gold and silver one. And then right in front of that there's a bench that can be for the hockey players or people who are renting roller skates. And currently this man came back from his trip and looks like he only has 1 roller skate, and he's looking a bit grumpy, and he also has a water bottle. And then right next to the rental area there is this passageway, and there's the other camera, and it leads to this barred door, which would be locked during night, and that leads to the rest of the paths. Then if we come this way, I'll show you these figures in more detail later, but we come to the ski simulator. So first, here at the entrance it says Mount Clutchmore, and there's an arrow saying that Lego City is that way. And then here on this side there's a bench, just for folks who are waiting to get on the ride. They can sit there, or just anybody. And then here there are 2 people fully suited up, ready to go on the simulator. And actually I forgot to point out there is an ATM right next to the sign, and that is full of money inside. And on this side there is a phone booth, so you get in over there, and there's a phone with an antenna. Then here there's a mailbox with a piece of mail sticking out, and then right next to that there's this giant box, and this box would actually be the air conditioning unit. So this thing that sticks out, if you spin it, it spins a propeller inside, and as you can see there's this hose. This leads into the simulator, so that the simulator could have like air and water, and so that it could be cooled, so it could simulate real weather. And this thing, it can be removed, but it's still, you can't really see the propeller inside because it's in a box. But I did add a door on one side so that they could do maintenance. Then here, under the hose, there is a person who works here, and he is currently operating the ski simulator. So to his left, he has a computer screen that might be showing camera angles of inside the simulator so that he can ensure that everything's safe. And then he has a keyboard and a mouse. That's what that gray tile is supposed to represent. And then he has a on-off lever and lights to show if it actually is on or off. And right above that, there is a work light that he can adjust, because this might be open on some like dark days when it's cloudy, or during night maybe. Then there's a security guard. He's guarding this door, and that door just leads inside of the mountain, and that's just a bunch of storage space. It's not really anything. Here is the actual ski simulator. So now it's folded down, and if I fold this up, starting at the bottom, this whole thing does turn. So the whole simulator would turn at the top. Then here you can see some springs. That is because those are like, if you've ever been skiing, you know that there can be bumps, or if you're going off-road, and that can simulate that. Then this whole thing can, whoops, I just knocked off the roof, okay. Then this whole thing can lean side to side on 2 axes, so it can like go down like this, and then do that on the other side. Then there's the same thing for the up and down. So there's front, back, at the base there's a joint, and at the actual simulator there's a joint. So a lot of motion. And when the person wants to get out, this would fold down like that. Well, actually it would turn around on the other side. So on this side, like that. And then the ladders would fold down, and he would get off. Now for the actual simulator, this whole roof does come off, and inside there are 2 lights. In the simulator, there are screens on almost all sides, and those little black things, they're nozzles. They can spray water, air, or maybe even snow. There are 2 on the front, and then on the sides there are a couple. On the sides there are a couple of lights as well on both sides, and there are 2 larger lights at the front. And the guy, he sits inside with full skis, and he is locked in place from the back and side to side, so he's not moving around in there. If this was in real life, then you'd be able to do all kinds of natural ski movements, and the simulator would turn to simulate them. So that is it for the right side, I think. Yeah, so that pretty much covers this side, and I want to show you some other little details that I changed. So first of all, here, you might have seen this earlier, there is a bike that's fallen over from this rock, and this lady fell headfirst into this bin. Even her helmet fell off. So that's unlucky. Then here to the right, you'll see there's a family with 1 child, and they're leaving this concert, and the father doesn't look too happy. That's because the baby started crying because the concert was too loud, and this lady, she's currently just letting them out. Then this guy here, he is taking a selfie with the lead singer. Then going down this path, there is this biker who was in the concert, but is now chasing this robber who has stolen his bike. There's another angle. Then moving to the pet store, here there is the boy. If you've seen my last video, he was looking at some dogs, but looks like he has picked out a rabbit. And in the corner, his mom is currently picking out some carrots and food for the rabbit. Then, moving to the beach area, are the surfers. She's currently paddling back to shore, and she's just going to the waves. There is this woman who was sunbathing with an ice cream, and her ice cream fell on her face. So she's probably not going to be too happy, and looks like at the ice cream stand, there are only popsicles left, so she can't replace it. And then there was this crab that stole a popsicle, and this diver is now going to try to catch the crab and take back the popsicle. Then, moving to the archery section, the lady that was mowing the lawn, she's currently moved, and she's mowing this area right next to the target. And then here, the owner of the archery range is currently showing off the prize for this contest. And there are 4 people lined up, 2 kids and 2 adults. And they're going to compete to win this trophy. Then here I added a couple of benches with some lights, and there's an eagle on one of them. And then there's a football goal. And this girl, she was right outside the pet store, if you've seen my last video, and she got a dog. So now she's playing fetch, and there's the dog's leash. And there's also a bin here. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this update. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also don't forget to go over to LEGO Ideas and support this Formula 1 car. And that will be all. See you next time.